Now on Coast TV News.
It's a first alert weather Friday for accumulating snow. We're seeing the snow increasing now across the area. There could be some rain at times as well. I'll track it on Futurecast and have snowfall totals coming up next.
Debating a wind deal, the action that could take place today that would allow a wind energy company access to Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach land.
A no-go in Georgetown, the vote by town council there that puts recreational marijuana industry in doubt.
Seeking the Senate, we take a look at the two candidates currently who are attempting to become the next U.S. Senator from Delaware.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is Friday, January 19th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, weather is our big story this hour. This morning, we'll have live coverage on the roads to see what the conditions are like. And for delays and closings, we do have that crawl for you at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, we already saw there are some delays, some closings, especially in Maryland, I believe, and like northern Delaware so far. But
yeah, I think it's Wycomico County has some as well. Yes, in
That's right.
Kent County in Delaware.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on that. We'll try to keep you updated as well. But right now, we're going to bring in the expert on days like today, First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. Good morning, Bob.
Oh, thank you so much, Paige. Good morning to you and Matt, and good morning, Delmarva. It is the first alert weather day. As we're seeing snow building in, is this hitting the ground yet? Hard to say. It's trying to overcome dry air. But snow inland Delaware and Maryland and right along the coast, we could be looking at some rain starting to develop and perhaps some steadier snow around Blanchard and Harrington. Once again, this has to overcome that drier air. Salisbury, you're starting to get into the snow, as is the eastern shore of Maryland, and we'll continue to see that snow developing along the coastal areas. It could be rain for a time as we have low pressure back to our west, pushing all that snow in our direction. Winter weather advisory for inland Sussex County. That goes until tonight at 10 p.m. Accumulating snow, melting, and then refreeze. And then farther to the north, it's a winter storm warning across Kent County. Winter weather advisory as well to our south across Wycomico, eastern shore of Maryland. Temperatures right around freezing or above. And then as that snow falls, we'll see those temperatures falling back close to freezing. So a wintry mix early, and then I think we could see some rain for a time along the coast, and then on and off snow throughout the day. Pretty much meaning slick roads and also slick sidewalks. It's basically all snow and then very cold as we go into this evening. So we have the snow all day with the first alert weather day. I'll talk about impacts and totals and talk about a frigid weekend all the way coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We're going to take a live look outside now at the road conditions and check out what's going on there. Looks like some slick roads in some areas, snow plows, but again, kind of closer to home today. I haven't seen those bad roads yet on my way in, at least. I was in southern Delaware. I know that that storm is kind of coming our way, though. It seems.
Yeah. You know, we know it's coming. It hasn't hit us yet, but from there, we do know that the roads got some treatment earlier in the week because of the snowstorm that we had earlier this week. That's also in play. Yes,
but that could be needed again as we go to the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coast TV's Elisa Weber is out right now tracking conditions for us this morning. Hey there, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. So currently I am driving on Route 1 towards Lewis, and as you can see outside, the roads are definitely in perfect condition because it has not started snowing yet. Now, earlier this week, I met with DelDOT and drove around with them as they put brine down on the roads. Now, DelDOT told me the purpose of putting brine down before salt is it acts as something for the salt to stick to. Now, you can still see the lines on the road where that brine was put out, and salt will most likely be put out later as conditions possibly worsen. We'll have more updates for you on the roads. Back to you.
All right, Elisa, thank you. We'll check in with you again in a little bit. Well, states across the country, they're seeing a lot more snow than what Elisa just showed us. They are in the midst of a storm. This is the scene in Nebraska. That snow coming down very heavy, streets and homes absolutely covered.
Now, this morning, we're continuing the effort to learn more about that gun situation that happened Wednesday at Cape Henlopen High School. A 17-year-old brought a loaded 9mm handgun into the building. Now, we still don't know why the student brought the gun to the school. We do know officials in the school were alerted to the possibility of the gun, but exactly where that information came from has not been made public. We asked the Cape Henlopen School District if they were making any security changes because of this, and they referred us to existing policies. Delaware State Police says the school resource officer remains on hand, but any security changes, well, that must come from the district. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what should be the primary focus of school safety measures.
Let's take a look at these updated results. I'm actually a little surprised here. 71% say metal detectors. All right. And then 22% say police presence. Just 1% say bag checks. I guess maybe that's for, privacy reasons. 4% student counseling and 2% staff training for emergencies. Okay. Well, obvious what most of you are voting for, but you still have a lot of time to vote if you want to share your opinion. If you haven't voted yet, head to coasttv.com or our mobile app.
Well, happening today, a potential vote by 2 coastal communities on whether or not to sign on to a benefits agreement with U.S. Wind Incorporated. Could be worth $2 million apiece for Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach. This is linked to the construction of an offshore wind farm. $100,000 annual payments would be sent to both beach towns for 20 years and in exchange for using land to connect wind farms to the power grid. Now, in Rehoboth Beach, another topic the mayor and commissioners will take up. Parking. Well, they're thinking of increasing parallel parking fines from $15 to $50 and offering a reduced fine for some parking violations if it's paid quickly. This is part of other amendments to sections of the city parking codes, which include meter zones, fees, and permits.
The future of marijuana businesses in Georgetown looking a bit bleaker after a vote from the Planning Commission. The town's commission voted 3-2 to not recommend an ordinance that would allow for marijuana-based businesses in town, such as stores, cultivation centers, and testing facilities. Now, as a reminder for those of you at home, towns do have the authority to not allow these businesses in their jurisdictions. It is important to note that this is not the final say. According to town manager Jean Dvornik, town council will also be holding a public hearing on recreational marijuana businesses in the coming months, although a date has not yet been set.
Established politician and political outsider. Descriptions of 2 of the candidates who, as of now, will square off in the November general election for Delaware's open U.S. Senate seat.
Yeah, there are the expected differences on these issues. However, the gap is not as big when it comes to one big decision that has affected recent elections.
When the next Congress is sworn in next year, Delaware will have a new U.S. Senator for the first time in 16 years. In 2024, the likely matchup of candidates features a longtime politician and current Representative Democrat Lisa Blunt Rochester and a newcomer to politics, Republican Eric Hansen.
I'm not a politician. I'm a business person and a proud political outsider. I spent a lot of years at Walmart, and my team and I, while I was there, saved about $25 billion for the country.
Both attempting to be a member of the 100-seat Senate that, among its responsibilities, is oversight of presidential appointments.
The Senate is where we confirm those Supreme Court justices and judges, and we know that they make a difference in what kind of freedoms that we have as a country.
From the different definitions of freedom on the abortion issue to the freedom allowed when Americans have more disposable income, we take a look at how Hansen and Blunt Rochester say they will approach these key issues.
I'm running because abortion rights are under attack.
The reality is that Delaware is a pro-choice state. And after Dobbs handed the decision back to the state, so it would be inappropriate for one person going to D.C. to overrule 52 legislators here in Delaware and the choices that they made. There's a lot of people struggling with the economy here in Delaware, and they can't afford electric vehicles. They're very expensive. And 2 is we don't have the infrastructure in place to charge these vehicles. So it makes it really hard to actually own an EV.
Not only does the offshore wind industry have the potential to address the ongoing crisis, but it also has the potential to create good-paying union jobs, health, quality of health, and a more equitable economy.
Here's where we are today. Over 13.4 million new jobs created. Lowest unemployment rate in 50 years.
Prices are higher for gas. Prices are higher for rent. Prices are higher for, inflation is still high. Interest rates are high. It is making it really difficult for Delawareans.
We want to note that scheduling conflicts did not allow us to be able to have a sit-down interview with Representative Blunt Rochester. Her campaign did promise us that we would have an opportunity to do so later in the year.
We're going to take a live look now at Washington, D.C. Lawmakers working up until the very last second as the deadline to avoid a partial government shutdown is 11:59 tonight.
Yeah, signature from President Joe Biden is the last step to enact a stopgap funding bill.
Despite their differences, lawmakers are increasingly focused on something they have in common, and Amy Kiley shows us how they can all agree that in order to get anything done, they need to work together.
Nobody wants to vote for a CR. It's always going to be like that.
Maybe not, but a continuing resolution to fund the government is through Congress just in time to avoid a partial shutdown tonight.
My colleagues and I worked late into the evening.
Now, a stroke of the president's pen creates new funding deadlines of March 1st and 8th.
Is it enough time? We're months beyond the timeline.
Republicans are quick to reiterate their to-do list.
We should be getting closer to a final budget agreement.
We need to make certain that we stem the flow at the border.
To make sure that we don't bankrupt the greatest country in the history of humanity.
Lawmakers are showing signs they could cooperate on those issues. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson have some agreement on the budget. Leaders from both parties say they want to address the migrant crisis, and some Democrats argue controlling the national debt could help protect programs like Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare.
Social Security is on life support today.
But passing bills aimed at those issues requires bipartisanship.
For some, doing nothing is an option. To me, that is not an option.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Now, all of this comes as President Biden making his way to our coast later tonight. In 2023, Biden made 30 trips to Delaware. 11 of those were to his North Shore's home. The president is scheduled to stay for the weekend and leave Monday. A temporary flight restriction is now scheduled for the Delmarva coast. That begins at 6 tonight and ends 11:15 a.m. Monday.
And we're just getting started here on Coast TV News Today.
Still ahead, a new museum in the works in Ocean City. We're showing you how organizers plan to preserve history in the town.
Also, flooding in one community causing health dangers. We'll tell you one man's story after first responders could not get to him.
And Apple tops the sales. We're telling you the big company Apple beat out in a new sales report. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
5:14 on this First Alert Friday morning, awaiting the snow and maybe rain. Right now, Irish Eyes, Cam and Lewis. Tough to tell if we're seeing any rain or snow, but it probably will be starting here within the hour. As on the radar, you can see the snow breaking out across Delaware, Maryland, and the Eastern Shore, and some of it is mixing in with rain. Now, a lot of this is aloft, but eventually it will make it to the ground. So it's possible you could see snow or rain-snow mix or just plain rain the farther south you go. Temperature-wise, we're above freezing most inland areas, 40s along the coast, and as that precipitation falls, looks like the temperatures will fall as well. So needless to say, very treacherous out there for the kiddos off to the bus stop, slippery sidewalks and roads. 33 off to school, snow and some rain along the coast, and snow, accumulating snow heading home, 35, and some rain mixed in farther south.
And with that snow and colder temperatures hitting us this weekend, Delmarva Power is issuing several tips to boost energy efficiency and reduce costs. Key techniques for limiting energy usage include checking your thermostat, which can save you about 2% on your heating bill for every degree you lower it. Also on the list is the need to adjust your blinds, as well as checking for air leaks and lowering the temperature on your water heater or your hot water tank.
Delaware Senate Bill 202 focuses on first responders, and it has passed the committee stage. According to the Delaware General Assembly, if signed into law, it will increase death benefits for families of police, firefighters, and paramedics who die in the line of duty. The bill raises the benefit from $200,000 to $375,000.
Google searches on some Android phones are about to become a lot more powerful thanks to a new AI tool. One is called Circle to Search. This will allow users to circle or highlight items that appear on their smartphone screens to learn more about them. Circle to Search is launching January 31st on select premium Android smartphones. This includes the Samsung Galaxy S24 series and the Pixel 8, and as well as the Pixel 8 Pro.
Apple is now the top seller of smartphones in the world. The sales now topping Samsung, ending that company's 12-year run at the top of the list. The change in ranking comes after a tough year. They saw customers hesitant to upgrade their smartphones and instead choosing cheaper handsets due to high inflation and economic uncertainties.
Still ahead this morning, flooding causing more than just driving dangers. We're showing you one man's challenge after being stuck inside his house.
And it's looking a little wet right now on the Spicer Brothers Cam in Salisbury, 37. So maybe some rain, maybe some snow falling there. We'll see both of those really all day long. Coming up, I'll track the snow and some of that rain on Futurecast. I have more on a frigid weekend coming up after the break.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day,
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
the biggest names, only on Today.
Worth coming to this early, right?
Stick around, y'all. These guys are going to be back.
We work here now.
Legit legend right here in Studio 1A.
We got Olivia Rodrigo.
We're just getting started, folks.
This is Scarlett. She would like to direct the show.
Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
All right, 5:19 on this Friday morning. We're going to take a live look here at Seaford. We are in waiting mode, Bob, for this winter weather.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. I know, waiting on Mother Nature for it to snow. I think a lot of this snow and rain, Matt, has to overcome drier air, but eventually it will start precipitating here, I think, in the next hour or so. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. It's a great time to have the Coast TV weather app. You should have it all the time, but especially during storms. We have warnings and advisories. Winter weather advisory for Sussex County. That goes until 10 o'clock tonight. We're expecting accumulating snow, some of that snow melting and then refreezing by sunset. The places that are not in this warning or watch or any of those advisories are right along the coast where you could see some rain. Eastern Shore of Maryland back through Wycomico County are in this winter weather advisory. And farther to the north, it's a winter storm warning for Kent County and Newcastle, where I think you're looking at probably more than 4 inches of snow. But right now, clouds and radar showing snow aloft, some of this hitting the ground, and also the green indicating some rain mixing in Millsboro back through the coast as well, even inland a little bit. So it really depends on your location. You might just be cloudy, you might be seeing some snow, you might be seeing a mix, or you might be seeing some rain, especially along the coast. But you go farther inland, Eastern Shore of Maryland, this is definitely snow here through Easton, Cambridge, and Bucktown. Maybe a little bit of rain mixed in. As we zoom out the view, you can see the precipitation moving in with the coastal areas seeing the rain and the snow reaching back into the D.C. area as we're watching low pressure developing, and we'll be seeing that snow pretty much all day long. As temperatures are above freezing now, but once that precipitation starts falling, I think the temperatures will fall closer back to the freezing mark with 40s along the coast. So that's where you're looking at some rain or a wintry mix as we go into the morning hours. Could see a brief break in the snow and the wintry mix as we go through time. And by 10:30, maybe some rain, Long Neck, Fenwick Island, Dewey Beach, but inland areas it's snow. And that snow could be picking up in intensity into the afternoon as colder air starts wrapping in. We could see heavier snow across northern parts of Sussex County, and that continues into the evening hours. So watch for refreeze and temperatures plummeting into the mid-20s by midnight. Very, very cold as we head into your weekend. Saturday morning, lower 20s in the morning, and in the afternoon, this is a big ouch. Only low to mid-20s with clouds and maybe some flurries and wind chills way down there. Let's talk about snow totals. 1 to 2 inches across much of Sussex County, Long Neck up towards Lewis, farther south towards Dewey Beach, Delmar, Seaford, Millsboro, a slushy 1 to 2. North of Highway 9, 2 to 4 inches of snow, and even higher amounts farther north, farther south near Willards into Maryland and maybe into coastal parts of Delaware and Maryland, a dusting to an inch because you'll see more rain. Then after the storm, that feels like temperatures tonight into the teens and then feeling like single digits all day on Saturday. It's going to be a miserably cold day. Maybe just want to stay inside, bordering on dangerous because it's feeling like single digits and teens basically the whole time, and that continues into Sunday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, snowy Friday, and then a cold weekend. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 27 Saturday, 33 on Sunday. We're looking at 40 on Monday. Look at this warm up next week. 50s by Wednesday with increasing rain. Our umbrella winner today is Clifford Garlick from Bridgeville. Congratulations, Clifford, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right, thanks, Bob. Now, if you drive through the Fox Hollow community after it rains, well, you'll likely see roads covered with water. One man who lives there tells Coast TV that sometimes he goes days without getting mail delivery. However, his biggest challenge presented itself when he fell and hit his head and an ambulance could not get to his driveway.
They got me up, they got me in here, they put me into a concussion protocol, and I called my doctors at Penn, and Penn said, just stay there.
Sussex Conservation District tells Coast TV News that it was originally asked to help find solutions a few years ago, and well, they're still looking into those flooding fixes. Up next on Coast TV News today, highlighting history in Ocean City. We'll show you the progress so far and when you can expect it to open.
Rounding up your weekend plans, the performances, nature events, and ways you can give back. Stay tuned for the cool things to do this weekend.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me,
Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865 or go to getbullseyepro.com.
The Polar Bear Plunge to benefit Special Olympics Delaware has become one of the first state's coldest but most popular traditions. This year there are 2 great options to plunge. You can plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 4th, or you can create your own unique plunge virtually whenever, wherever, and however cold or not you want it to be. It's not important how you plunge, it's important that you plunge and why you plunge to support thousands of Special Olympics athletes. Visit plungede.org to register.
Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers.
Bring the mat to your living room. From the first takedown to the last pin, high school wrestling lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
You can experience Ocean City's rich history in a new museum coming this summer. Project manager for the town of Ocean City, Joe Kurtz, walks us through the inside of the soon-to-be museum.
So this is our main floor area. It's pretty much going to be a big open floor plan. Back in here, we're going to have a bathroom and a handicap bathroom and a little area for our utilities, everything like that.
And once Joe Kurtz and his team put on some final touches, the Ocean City Museum will be up and running this summer.
All right, we're now going to bring back first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. It might be a little nasty later today on our beaches. No, might not want to walk on the beach page. No, taking a dip. I know you were considering it yesterday.
I did not jump in the ocean yesterday, Bob, and I won't jump in today either.
Come on. It's a balmy 45 degrees, Paige.
Not my thing.
Not your thing.
Nope.
I can't blame you. It can be dangerous dumping the water that cold. Yeah, no strolling on the boardwalk today and eating your saltwater taffy. If you're doing that, you're walking briskly and you're covering up from rain and snow. Fenwick Island, Ocean City, a wintry mix pretty much all day long, maybe an inch or so along the coast, but that's about it. Farther up the coast, it's going to be a snowy ride up to Cape May and some rain mixed in Lewis with temperatures into the upper 30s. Rehoboth temperatures close to 40 degrees. Up here in the Lewis area, I think you could see closer to 2 inches of snow. I'll have much more on the storm and a frigid weekend coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, thanks, Bob. Saddle up. Even with the weather, time to solidify those weekend plans.
Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us the events that'll keep you warm indoors and where you can go if you do want to brave the cold and spend time outside.
It's easy to plan for a warm, relaxing weekend at home when the weather is this cold all week, but hold your horses. We are rounding up the events you don't want to miss. For the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, this isn't their first rodeo. The Lone Star Rodeo is a tradition of 25 years and counting. Watch performers ride bareback and saddle and set your sights on steer wrestling, barrel racing, bull riding, and other fast-paced entertainment. Cowboys and cowgirls who are 10 and younger can enter a costume contest. If you're thinking about heading to the movies this weekend, here's an extra reason. January is National Blood Donor Month. The Movies at Midway is partnering with the Blood Bank of Delmarva for a special blood drive on January 20th. Donors can contribute to this vital cause and receive a free movie ticket in return. The drive is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Research your colonial ancestors at the Lewis Public Library on Saturday. The Sussex County Genealogical Society is holding an event from 10 a.m. to noon. Organizers say resources will be provided about the European settlement. The session is offered in person and on Zoom. Meanwhile, a youth yoga class is offered at the Georgetown Library from 10 to 11 a.m. Saturday. The event page says the practice will include balancing yoga, games, mindfulness, activities, songs, and dancing. If you want to brave the January chill, Delaware State Parks has several events on Saturday to let you immerse yourself in nature. In Fort Miles, you can tour Battery 519 and learn about its construction in 1941 under the threat of war. Take a nature art walk in the Cape and Lopin State Park, put pencil to paper, and sketch the forms you see. Or a Paint a Snowy Cottage event at a fundraiser at Killens Pond. You can also learn how animals hide at the Nature Center there. Lots of these events require tickets or pre-registration, so head over to the article on CoastTV.com for the links to claim your spot.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Villa Sorrento invites you and your family to join us for some of Delmarva's best authentic Italian cuisine. Experience the aroma of warm bread served at your table in a cozy atmosphere. Try seafood pescatore or pasta with grandma's gravy. Our New York-style pizza and strombolis are a local's favorite. Top it off with cocktails, wine, and dessert. So for great food, good wine, great friends, good times, Villa Sorrento. That's amore. That's a nice.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, because we are Delmarva proud.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 19th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Penson. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, 5:32 on this Friday morning. And Paige, I've been checking the school updates. If you're looking for, there aren't a lot of delays. I don't think there are any delays. It's all closings if you look at the crawl on the bottom of your screen.
Yep.
I'm checking in on the home front. I asked my son, you have school today? He said he didn't know, and then I just got the text, Cape Henlopen School District is closed, so if it's not on the crawl, we'll get that updated, and we'll also get it updated on the website. Breaking news, Paige.
This is kind of like a nice moment, I feel like, for me, because I'm thinking back to the days when I would sit in front of the TV and watch the news anchors, be like, please say my school's canceled, and now we get to deliver the good news. Well, the good news for the students.
It's for the student, maybe the teachers,
Maybe the teachers. Maybe the teachers are probably like, dang it. Rats, but I'm sure it's an early weekend start.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, hope you enjoyed that, but you do have to be careful on the roads today. Don't do anything too crazy outside if you're off at school. Let's bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Chahi now. Bob, roads are still pretty clear for the most part, but it's coming our way.
Yeah, as Elisa had just mentioned, it's still dry across parts of Delaware, or at least coastal Delaware. But I think inland across the eastern shore of Maryland, that's where we're starting to see snow. And the bark might be worse than the bite here with snow and rain. Some of this is not hitting the ground yet. But if it is, it's rain in Milton back through Dewey Beach and inland areas, Bridgeville, Georgetown through Hardscrabble. It's snow, Gumboro as well. But along the coast, it is mainly rain. In eastern shore of Maryland, I think it's snow right now as we continue to see this precipitation breaking out with low pressure pressure back to our south and west. Winter weather advisory inland Sussex County today for accumulating snow and slick roads. Nothing along the coast, and farther to the north, it is a winter storm warning for Kent County. They could see in excess of 4 inches of snow. Right now, temperature-wise, we're above that critical 32-degree mark, but I think as the precipitation starts, those temperatures will fall back to freezing, and that's when we could see some problems on the road. So here's our wintry mix and rain along the coast as we go through the morning hours. As the snow builds in, might be occasional at times, and you might see that rain along the coast even back into Millsboro or Selbyville around 11 a.m. And then I think by the afternoon, much colder air starts to move in and everybody turns over to snow as temperatures fall below freezing and it starts to accumulate. So our drivecast, needless to say, I gave it the red light. Use extra caution as the roads and the sidewalks will deteriorate, becoming slick later this morning, especially into this afternoon and evening.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's take a live look right now at Ocean City. Check out what's going on there. No snow, no rain falling just yet there, but you know that the water is cold. Very cold there in Ocean City, and I'm sure that snow on its way from what I've heard from other people in Maryland.
Yeah, cold there. Good look at Ocean City. Yep. And as for the roads, Paige, when we last checked in with Coast TV's Elisa Weber, it was pretty dry.
It was. Elisa, not much in terms of rain or snow so far as you continue to check out different roads in our area.
Matt and Paige, we're currently driving on Route 9 towards Georgetown, and actually as we were driving out here, there were a couple of sprinkles for using the windshield wipers just a little lightly, but as you can see, still no snow, but the roads are clear. You can see some of those lines where the brine was put down to prepare for any snow. So if you're looking to build a snowman, maybe you'll get your wish later, not sure. Right now though, everything is perfectly clear. In Georgetown, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
All right, thanks, Elisa. And over in our nation's capital, crews preparing for the snow as well. This was hours ago. You could see the salt trucks there getting ready to treat the roads. Cold emergency in D.C. is extended through the weekend.
All right, well, I'm heading there actually after work, so good to know. Now in Georgetown, as we move on, the pot smoke is blowing in a new direction. It had looked like the town going to buck the trend and actually allow recreational businesses to operate there.
Yeah, but hold the phone as Coast TV News reporter Charles Reiner reports a recent vote from the town committee is changing that outlook.
The marijuana business debate is heating up in the county seat. The town's planning commission voted to not recommend an ordinance that would establish marijuana businesses to the town council.
I think it's like anything. It's change, and sometimes we're very comfortable with it and sometimes we're not. But I think the process is important to have the public hearings, the public to come out and to share their perspectives, both pro and con.
This comes after a public hearing where both sides made their case. I did speak with multiple people today who did not want to get on camera, but they were all against allowing these types of businesses here in Georgetown for various reasons. One person said that they don't understand why marijuana is even necessary to begin with, and others saying they just simply didn't belong here in the county seat. John Peterson spoke at the hearing and believes marijuana is misunderstood.
There is no statistically sound, scientifically proven relationship between marijuana and hard addictive drugs. There's a lot of misconceptions about marijuana that have persisted year after year, decade after decade.
For now, the future of marijuana in Georgetown is still up in the air, subject to change depending on which way public opinion blows. I'm Charles Reinert in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
It's important to note that it's not the final say. According to town manager Gene Dvornik, town council will also hold a public hearing on recreational pot businesses in the coming months, though a date there has not been set.
Happening today, Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach. They are set to discuss a major proposal from U.S. Wind. The proposed community benefits agreement, potentially worth $2 million over 20 years, is linked to the construction of an offshore wind farm. This agreement aims to provide annual payments to both beach towns, signifying a substantial investment in local renewable energy initiatives.
The Association of Coastal Communities is opposing a proposed plan by DNREC regarding beach replenishment. This after DNREC held a meeting to discuss its new beach replenishment initiative. This requires coastal communities to cover substantial costs. It could lead to higher charges for beachgoers, and it argues the plan threatens the local economy, impacting jobs and tax revenues. Bethany Beach says that this initiative needs public and legislative review and revision.
A signature from President Joe Biden is the last step to enact a stopgap funding bill.
It prevents a partial government shutdown tonight.
Lawmakers, they're showing signs they could cooperate on some key issues.
Yeah, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson have some agreement on the budget. The big issue leaders from both parties say is they want to address the illegal migrant crisis. Now, also new this morning, Hunter Biden will sit for a deposition next month. House Oversight and Judiciary Committees announced that the deposition will be closed doors. It'll take place on February 28th. Hunter Biden will appear before the committees and offer his testimony as part of the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
All of this comes as President Biden making his way to our coast later tonight. In 2023, Biden made 30 trips to Delaware. 11 of those were to his North Shore's home. The president is scheduled to stay for the weekend and then leave on Monday. A temporary flight restriction in Delmarva scheduled for the Delmarva coast, though, starting at 6 p.m. tonight. That ends at 11:15 on Monday.
More news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, a bone weighing over 300 pounds found in Sussex County. We're telling you what the Mayor Institute plans to do with it now.
Also, see who came out on top in early college, high school, and Woodbridge. That was girls basketball from Thursday night. The Delmarva Sports Network has those highlights and more.
And a farm equipment causing safety concerns. We're telling you what farmers are speaking up about after Ag Week just passed in the first state. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Enjoy an evening of elegance and unmask a child's future at the 10th Annual Boys and Girls Club Masquerade Ball. Dress up and bring your finest mask to the Lighthouse Cove Events Center in Dewey Beach on Saturday, February 24th. Doors open at 6 for live and silent auctions, an open bar, dinner, and dancing. Save the date and help fund scholarships and key initiatives that benefit kids in our community. For more information, call 302-841-9639.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We're touring a coastal-style home located in the peninsula on the Indian River Bay community in Millsboro, Delaware. We're also checking out a home in South Bethany, just steps from the ocean. This home features a kitchen with a new island and breakfast bar, and plenty of room for entertaining at the beach. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
On the next Tamron Hall, DIY oh my. I take my DIY seriously. I see, girl. From furniture to fashion. Oh. This is stunning. Meet the social media design superstars with secrets they say we all need to try. I love that. And find out why her DIY prom dress went viral. This took me 4 months. That is phenomenal. On the next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on Coast TV.
Still waiting the snow and rain across much of Delmarva. Tidal Health Cam right now in Salisbury, 39, so well above the freezing mark there. But later today, the temperatures will start to plummet. And right now, a lot of this precipitation falling aloft. Still dry in Milton right now. If it is falling, it could be rain along the coastal areas and then snow inland, where we do believe it's snowing now, Eastern Shore, Maryland, back into Salisbury. If it is precipitating, it's snow, and the same for the Eastern Shore. Temperatures are above freezing right now, but I think they will tend to fall once the precipitation starts, and we're looking at 40s along the coast. Today's checklist: make sure you have a snow brush to remove the snow off the car and a shovel to remove it off the sidewalks and driveways. Heavy coat, gloves, and mittens. Make sure you have a warm beverage and drive with caution. Slow down in this inclement weather.
Safety concerns were raised over farm equipment on roads in Delaware. At Delaware Ag Week, farmers highlighted the need for better safety measures like enhanced lighting on farm equipment. The Delaware Farm Bureau plans to address this topic further at their safety conference coming up in March.
Big crash in Kent County damaged both the vehicles involved and the homes. We've got some photos to show you. Take a look at what happened on South Main Street. The Magnolia Volunteer Fire Company says 2 vehicles crashed into 2 separate buildings. The agency says there were several patients involved. Firefighters say due to extensive damage to the Kent County Special Ops team was called to secure the structure before the vehicle was removed, and you can see crews could be seen sawing wood there on the scene.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. A girls basketball battle in Dover last night. The top team in the Henlopen South Early College High School facing the number 3 squad, Woodbridge. ECHS hung in at the start, and it was a 2-point game after the first, but late in the second, Woodbridge started to pull away, and they had a 15-point lead going into the third. Then the Blue Raiders went on to win it 66-38 over the Hornets. For ECHS, Janiah Dukes dropped 8 points and Marche Brown scored 10. On the other side, Woodbridge's Reagan Robinson led the way with 23 points. Tiana Neal had 19 and Anaya Taylor added 10 points. Last night was the 4th win in a row for Woodbridge, all by at least 20 points, and they improved to 6-2 on the season. Next up, Woodbridge takes on Laurel, while the Hornets move to 8-2 and take on Delmar next. Over to the ECAC Conference, Delmarva Christian took care of business as they defeated Salisbury Christian School 80-48 in boys basketball. The Royals had 4 players scoring double digits, with Mason Bohinski dropping a game-high 15 points. To Bayside Hoops, Y-High defeated Parkside in a close one with a 52-49 score. The Tribe improves to 6-5 on the year. The Rams fall to 6-6 on the season and are looking to stay above 500 next week against Mardella on Tuesday. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Still looking dry right now on the Orsted Cam, but rain and snow is on the way. 43 in West OC right now. We'll see that snow all day and snow mixed with rain at times in spots, and that will hold down accumulations. I'll have those snow totals and track it on Futurecast. I have a frigid weekend forecast after the break.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Hi, Chef Daniel Greenhead with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blenders shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day,
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
the biggest names, only on Today.
Worth coming this early, right?
Stick around, y'all. These guys are going to be back.
We work here now.
Legit legend right here in Studio One.
We got Olivia Rodrigo.
We're just getting started, folks.
This is Scarlett. She would like to direct the show.
Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, from Lewiston, Maine. Part of our continued reporting. This is what a country at war looks like. Women, children. What is it like? Countless neighborhoods across the region that look just like this. Everybody good? It's the threat it took for all this damage to occur.
It is now 5:47 on your very chilly Friday morning. We are going to take a live look right now at Salisbury. A couple people on the roads, Bob. Thankfully, it looks like they're not hitting too many problems, but we know that that can change. We've been hearing from people kind of west of us, I would say. They're starting to see that snow come in.
They are Eastern Shore of Maryland getting the snow, as is D.C. I-95 corridor as well, Paige. So it's on its way. It just has to overcome some dry air. And in the weather headlines, we are looking at accumulating snow today. Rain will mix in at times, especially along the coast, and that will keep accumulations down. And then we have a flash freeze, so we'll see above freezing conditions much of the day, and then those temperatures tanking. So it could be really icy on the roads tonight into tomorrow morning, and a very cold weekend. Actual temperatures probably don't even get above freezing until maybe later Sunday, with very, very cold feels like temperatures. More on that coming up. But a winter weather advisory, Sussex County, this is inland Sussex, until 10 o'clock tonight for accumulating snow, slick roads, and sidewalks. That's also extended into the Eastern Shore of Maryland and Wycomico County as well. And farther to the north, it is a winter storm warning for Kent County through tonight, where they're going to see more in the way of accumulating snow. And right now, you can see we have some light snow and rain on the radar. Is it hitting the ground? Well, that's the million-dollar question. It has to overcome some dry air. But if it is, it would be snow from Milford back through Bridgeville and Seaford, farther south into Laurel and Delmar. It's along the coast that we're looking at the potential for rain as we go through the morning, and we're pretty sure that is just plain snow across the Eastern Shore of Maryland as we're watching this big shield of snow and rain moving in as low pressure is developing to our south and west. And we'll continue with that snow and rain pretty much all day. And inland temperatures are above freezing now, but once that precipitation starts, I think we'll start to cool back closer to the freezing mark. We've got 40s along the coast, so too warm there for snow, so it could be a wintry mix or rain there with snow developing inland. We'll walk you through it on Futurecast. Here's 10:30. We've got the snow inland areas, but a little nose of warmer air and some rain east of Millsboro to Rehoboth and Fenwick Island around 10:30. Then it looks like as we go into the afternoon, cold air aloft moves in and everybody gets into the snow. Could see some heavier bands of snow, especially across northeast parts of Sussex County into this evening, and then we'll see things begin to taper off. And then it's just plain cold through the overnight. Temperatures in the 20s, feeling much colder with the wind by the morning in the low 20s. And boy, by the afternoon tomorrow, only into the mid-20s with clouds and some flurries. Here's how the snow accumulation lays out: around 1 to 2 inches, Seaford through Delmar, Georgetown, Long Neck into Millsboro, maybe about an inch along the coast, dusting to an inch, northern parts of Maryland through Salisbury, Ocean Pines. But then you get north of Highway 9, about 2 to 4 inches, northern Sussex on into Kent County, and even higher amounts north of there. Then we get into the weekend with the temperatures. It feels like temperatures into the single digits by Saturday morning. By the evening, feeling like single digits into Sunday morning. It's one of those weekends you just want to stay inside. It's just going to be really miserable out there. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Snowy today and some rain as well, 36, and then a really cold and dry weekend. 27 Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, maybe a few flurries. And then I think we do creep above freezing later Sunday. Then a big warm up next week, 40s Monday and Tuesday, and then 50s Wednesday and Thursday. At that time, looks like rain along with the warmer weather.
Bob, thank you so much. Well, get this. A huge whalebone was discovered on Sussex shores. It weighs hundreds of pounds. That's according to the Mayor Institute. This 12-foot long, it's a jawbone. That kind of freaks me out. That you see on your screen weighs up to 400 pounds. The Institute saying the bone could be from a species larger than the fin whales. It was buried for a long time, as shown by its dark color. Experts are figuring out exactly which kind of whale it came from.
The Future Culture Creators, it's a workforce development program, is inviting Sussex County teens for an information session on January 24th. This is for 15 to 17-year-olds. This program offers paid training and helps in securing jobs with community partners. And a follow-up interview session is scheduled for January 25th.
Coming up next on CoastTV News Today, many times cancer can mean surgery, but we're going to show you a new non-surgical treatment for one of the rarest cancers.
It's been a tough year, but we couldn't be more thankful.
With your help, we've raised more than $300,000 for Bless Our Children.
Hi, I'm Elisa Titus with Shell Brothers, and we would like to give an extra special thank you to all the businesses, groups, organizations, and individuals who stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge and donated $1,000 or more to the Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Your generosity allowed us to give holiday funds to local charitable organizations on Delmarva. You can feel proud that you helped make the season brighter for many local families on Delmarva.
On behalf of Draper Media and Shell Brothers, a heartfelt thank you to you all.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking forward to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
Our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Rare cancers. They're considered cancers that affect fewer than 40,000 people per year, but unfortunately, the more people who have a disease, the more money is used to research it and develop new treatments and drugs.
Now, as Marty Salt shows us, there's new hope for thousands of people who are fighting a rare but life-altering cancer.
Urothelial cancer is the 10th most commonly diagnosed cancer in the world, but LGUTUC, or low-grade upper tract urothelial cancer, is a rare variant of it, with just 8,000 people diagnosed in the U.S. each year. LGUTUC are tumors in the tube that connects the kidney and the bladder.
These people, they lose their kidneys or the part of the ureters.
But now the FDA has approved the first and only non-surgical option for patients, a new drug that can hopefully delay the progression of the disease and avoid removing the kidney. Jelmyto utilizes a unique hydrogel technology to deliver mitomycin, a chemo medication, directly to the tumor site in the urinary tract, minimizing exposure to other organs and potential side effects.
When it's in the cold, it's like a liquid. When we put in the body temperature, it forms like a gel.
A phase 3 clinical trial resulted in 50% of patients with LGUTUC having complete resolution of their disease for at least 1 year.
I think it changed the field significantly,
paving the way for more promising treatments for these rare and challenging cancers. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It's now 5:56. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, snow or rain. Either way, Bob, we are expecting a wet Friday on this First Alert weather day.
Absolutely. And just looked outside in Milton and something hit me in the face. Hope it wasn't a bird. I think it might have been snow or rain. So we are looking at that wintry mix and snow throughout the day, and we're looking at temperatures hovering right around freezing. And as we go into the afternoon, once again, watch out for slick roads and sidewalks. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, blustery and cold for the weekend. 27 Saturday, feeling like single digits, 33 on Sunday, and then a big warm up into next week. We're in the 50s by Wednesday, but a streak of rain coming Wednesday through Saturday, and temperatures warming up. But until then, feeling like winter.
All right, thanks, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, recreational marijuana reroute in Georgetown. The action taken there Thursday night that affects the future of the drug in the town. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.